Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible? Can you hear and view?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, you are very much clear, sir. Your voice is very much clear, sir.
Perfectly audible, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for the very elaborate introduction. But sometimes, no. Yeah, we feel it is embarrassed also. Anyway, I'm also just like you. That's what I would say. A teacher, college teacher, university professor. We are all in the same field of education, and now we are all rowing the same boat. And now we have to, especially for many youngsters here, you have to row for a longer period than me, and I would say it is going to be a turbulent period, definitely, because the title of this program says skill development. And NEP, we have 8 themes, 10 themes, 8 themes. And morning we had the UGC meeting, and yeah, with the UGC secretary and 3 hours, they're quite serious about it, and it's very nice. And they were asking us the conduct of the program and all. So your director, assistant director, his name, sorry, I forgot. That's why I was asking. Okay. Anyway, so sorry, I'm slightly, I have a slight cough. It will be irritating you. Then about the skill development, see the problem for me. I don't know what skill to tell you about, because we are all in the same boat. That's what I say. For the past 20, 30 years, we have been teaching and what to do and what kind of skill development we have to give to our youngsters. And if you ask me bluntly like that, it is a very difficult question. Okay. So we have to think in another way around. We consider ourselves or all are fortunate, lucky, when the number of youngsters with education were little less some 10 to 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and we could position ourselves as a faculty or in various positions. Now, lots of youngsters are coming out. What are the opportunities and what skills, what jobs they are going to have? PhD, BSc, MSc, degree, everything, engineering, anything, medical aspect, I'm just leaving. Okay. So, what kind of skill to be, how to, what to do with our skill development and all, the curriculum. Okay. So, my simple question will be, you are taking a topic, not a subject. For example, I was handling BSc zoology, botany, MSc zoology, botany, sorry, MSc zoology. So what skill it was, not during those days, now we were giving mostly theoretical knowledge. Skill, yes, attending an academic institution, they get the skill. But specified skill means, you see, when my BSc student goes out, he's fit for what kind of job? Job ready. Is he? Yeah, that's the change of attitude that was taken now. And what to tell the youngsters also. And it's better you listen to what OECD says. So many of you may be knowing OECD is an international organization, very much deep rooted towards the economic progress and the world trade. And improving education system and outcome is one of their main goals. 38 countries are there, developed countries, US, UK, European, and from yeah, a different part of the world. So this OECD has a future of education and skills program project they launched in 2015. So there are some interesting questions they have raised, which I will share with you, and I'll share my slide. And before that, I'll take you to what Franklin Roosevelt has said about education. The great American president, 1940. Sorry. Yeah, in 1940. Can you see my slide? And my talking, is it okay? I'm not stressing much here. That's why I'm asking. Can you hear it? Are you able to hear? You put
Yes, sir.
message
Yes,
or
sir.
something?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
okay.
You're
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
audible.
Yes, sir.
yeah. I'm not very loud today. That's so. Anyway, so now you are seeing the Yeah, thank you. You are seeing the PowerPoint, and the first slide. This is about. Read it and what he says. And 1940, he predicted it. We cannot. Yeah, future for our youth, or building our youth for the future. Two lines are there. So what he said is, we should equip our youngsters ready for the future. We cannot give them assure them a future. So they should have the skills, knowledge, and resilience also. After degree and PG only, these boys and girls, they find out that life is not as simple as in our colleges and universities. It is going to be a tough world. So various adjustments, so that adaptability. Then this statement from Ken Robinson also. He passed away 2002 or 2005. If you check with the YouTube and all, there are a number of talks from this great man. So he says, it's a warning for all of us. If we are not prepared to be flexible and adapt to the needs of modern learners, students, what may happen? They will find other way out. So these all are the visionaries said about it. Then, as I said, let us see what OECD said. So this is OECD, and you can see the world map and who are the members of, and all those in dark color, green, blue, and all. Okay, they are the members. So they focuses on. They have the this project called Future of Education Skills 2013 in 2015. You just see the planning. See, we start with our NEP in 2020, not bad, but it's an international body. They are very much bothered about it and all, and they have this planning and what they have written. The blue line, you just read it. I found it very interesting because 2015. The same slides I'll be sharing you links also you can, because these websites will give you what we say an overview of a lot of things, international education, a lot of planning. Anyway, so what they say is prepare students for jobs not being created. We do not know what may happen in the future, and the challenges we cannot imagine. See, that's what I said. Now most of these places, BSc, MSc, after that, we did not know job opportunities are coming down. And with MSc, PhD, now the colleges, and with the kind of thrust if goes it for the vocational education, whether students will come for the higher education, we cannot imagine. And technologies, best example, now we are in the time of AI. And I was a principal of the college during this COVID period, and I have seen the difficulty. LMS, Microsoft Team, or Google Meet, and arranging the net facility. And many teachers are not well versed with all these. So it changed, a drastic change all across the world. That's what I would say. And in the field of education also, everybody started using ICT tools. Okay, so what the point here, you see, using technologies, and now that is COVID. After COVID, okay, then after that, what happened? We thought no, life will go like that, but student attitude has changed a lot. Students also notice that there are various ways of study, sitting at home and studying. Remember that is the plus point of COVID. I would say like 2 years or 1.5 years, many were forced to sit at home, but many attended. Many found out that there are a number of courses, online courses, and lots of videos, and the teaching methodology is different, especially this Coursera. Now the MOOC courses has become compulsory, and students are finding it difficult, but there are dedicated students who has great plans. They are taking serious courses of international universities. So anyway, with the technologies, this is a question they asked in 2015, COVID in 2020. And second one, how can we equip them in the interconnected world? Different perspectives, worldviews. Why? Now, no, see, now what's happening? International companies, and there you'll have a lot of People from different countries will be there. Many of my students are abroad, a very good number. And I'm fortunate to be associated with a very good college also, because that was the first college to get a plus plus. And we, though we are not attracting students from other part of the country, it's a well sought after college in this part of North Kerala, very well respected. So what happened? We have very good students, and they are ready to explore internationally in various universities. And after reaching there, see, they have to see different worldviews. See, now we have a lot of problems with Pakistan, agreed. But when you happen to be in Canada or in Netherlands, you will be sitting next to you. It will be a Pak boy or Bangladesh student. Nothing wrong in that. Or it may be Israeli student. So the worldviews, attitude, interact respectful with others. So this is all what OECD has taken into consideration. Sustainability. See, if you are working in an international company, there will be a members from Vietnam, China, and whether you respect like them or not, you know what I am bringing in here, it doesn't work out. So that world view, this is what they're saying. Like, okay, so and what to do? See, the initial part, it will be like this: two, three, four slides. Then after that, and I'll take you to some videos. It will not be monotonous talking always. And what is the future of education? So if you ask me what to do, the same thing only. You have heard about all these in different platforms, from different platforms. The first one is interdisciplinary learning. Now the NEP is offering that opportunity. A physics student, he can attend a biologist class. He wants to see what are the bonds, yeah, physical structure of DNA. Let him, if he's interested, sit him in a biotechnology class. So like that. And one example given is science, history, geography. Say I take a number of projects. Yeah, fortunately, yeah, I could travel different part of the country also. So the climate change, how it is, you have to know the geography. You all must be knowing that the Deccan Plateau in India, Maharashtra onwards, and in Kerala we are in the Western Ghat Mountain. So there was a huge volcanic explosion, and that is the reason why this Deccan Plateau has formed. So the central India is flat, geography. Then what is the history? History also. Historically, a region how it was. I'm talking about climate change. So you can see that central India, coastal India, the northeast part of the country, historical reasons are there if they are having specific issues. So when you study climate change, you have to bring, we should know geography, you should know history, and science also there. For example, I am sitting at Code in Kerala. Here now we have, this is April, May, 36, 30 degrees Celsius temperature. That's our highest, like 38 maximum. And next month onward, June, July, August, September, non-stop rain, monsoon rain. And what is the science? We have the close by sea is here. It gets warms up, and we the mountain blocks it, and along the Indian western coast, western cut up to Maharashtra gets the rain. This science is included. So see that a student who would be, and why I'm saying that, I have written number of papers. See, and see along my students also. So when a student knows all these things together, it's easy. I have worked on dung beetles. So dung beetles, now you are also seeing it. The one which rolls the dung of cow. The kind of dung beetles we see in this part of the country, it is not in the other side, dry part. Maharashtra, what is different? Because dry soil and they can move fast. Anyway, I'm not going to that. So when we write paper, no, this is what we have to think about it. Then projects based experiential learning, very important. Now students have to real world problems, take up projects. They are getting learning through internships, field work, and simulations. Simulations. I'll come to that later. Suppose engineering field, and how many of our institutions are doing that? For that, we have to see that we have good lab or we have good industry connections. But see, suppose you happen to be in an area where far off from, for example, happen to be in the Shimla, industry may be less. But you have to see what kind of internships are available there, possible there, because it's a tourist area. So the field of activities experience and students of that region, they have to know about the really locally relevant courses, locally relevant skills also. What is the point in learning German? Suppose a student learns German, French, in addition to English and Hindi. We from South find it difficult. I'm sorry, I cannot. Okay, see, you have to tell your course director, sir. You have to see that no, that captions are on, so that no, the members they can follow the, it can read the text in Hindi. Okay, so what I'm saying here, uh, a student, when he takes or additional language he takes, that is beneficial. After the degree, he may get a job in a good five-star hotel or as a tourist guide or his own industry. See the difference. Then digital literacy, need not say much about it. No, I have seen this difficulty. Yeah, now we have big problem coming up. Python, R programming, that's all fine. Now added to the AI. I would request you, all of you must join some course and get basics of AI instead of listening to the preachings from many others. There are various options out there. We should know that what are the possibilities, what are the limitations AI, and students definitely they will catch up. And if we do not know, they will follow us easily. And also, what are the options with AI? We won't be able to say much unless you know the subject. So, what I'm saying, it is a skill. It is part of our reskilling, upskilling. So, take a note. See, when COVID came, it was difficult. After the COVID, no, many teachers know they became masters of all presentation, everything, LMS, Moodle, everything fine. Now, the current scenario, digital literacy, technology integration. Okay, so you can see virtual lab, AR and VR and all science experiments. A lot of options are there. You need not to go for all our see obsolete practicals we do in our colleges and all. Better cut it off. And I would say autonomous college. That's why autonomy has lots of importance. Deemed universities and autonomous colleges, they have more freedom. That freedom you have to. Other colleges, other universities also see that your syllabus is retuned. 10, 20 years ago or 10 years ago, your teachers taught you some because that was not, it is a need of the present time. Earlier, no, all these was not there. NEP or all these issues. Now students have changed. Requirements have changed. So earlier, yeah, I'll come to that point. So you have to see that. And you have board of studies members are there, and from your colleges you have to decide. Okay, so that is one aspect. Then personalized learning paths. See, 30, 40 students in a class, I'll be talking to them about one topic, climate change and all. So I take it granted everyone has understood. Like some may ask the question, but there are backbenchers, front bench may not have got it. But now there are tools that is advantage with AI and all. There are adaptive learning platforms that track progress of student. AI can do it. You might have seen that if you have used Copilot or AI, Meta or the ChatGPT, when you ask some question, sometimes the question come back to you. I see AI is saying I didn't get it. You explain to me, and then you have to give the right question. So that's what happens. See, a student cannot ask all these basic things in a class, but within an AI platform, he can do it. So personalized learning paths, teaching methods also you can be how to, and there are platforms are there. It is going to come up that we have to see. The next one, this is what I'm saying about the what OECD said in 2030, 2050. They came with the future and education skills of 2030. Now it has been extended to education 240. So this is what their world international viewpoint. So if you ask me what to tell you, this is the core point. Then next one, social emotional learning, empathy, resilience, teamwork, very much essential. You are in a, see, and colleges also it has changed. Earlier you can just come whether that teacher is cooperating with you or not, it is not a problem. We take the class and we go monthly, our salary comes, this was the attitude. But now with the all this interdisciplinary approach, that will not help. To review and modify your syllabus, to bring in an idea or a tool into your institution, the department teachers know if they are not in good terms, it will not work out. But if all of you are joined together, team wise, your department and computer department jointly approaching the management as saying, sir, we need this instrument. We see teamwork here. And for students also same thing. They should know how to work in. Now with all these um, modern single child, two child, no nuclear families, students may have little difficulty, but we have to train them. It's a simple thing. You give them opportunity for teamwork. That's all. Then empathy. Develop skills like empathy. You heard about it, empathy. In a group, there are privileged, less privileged, intelligent, not intelligent. All sorts are there. So we should know how to. One should know. And the resilience is the adaptable capacity. See, with the failures and all, everyone will not be able to. So this all know during your 3 years of teaching and 4 years of teaching, students know, so that when they go out also, they will be good team leaders. Conflicts and build collaboration. You have seen that many of these five-star hotels or two-star hotels and all, the food delivery, it is a teamwork. Somebody takes the order and goes to the kitchen, and then there everything comes together, and it has to go in a systematic way. If one cocks in the chain gets blocked, there will be problems, and the hotel owner will have headache. Students from youngest is appointed, and they do not know teamwork. Okay, and then global cultural awareness, which already I told you. Earlier it was not there. We have only Indian students, only from our own region. Now what happened? No, students from different states will come, different cultures, attitudes, and internationally when they go abroad should be ready and start working in that global perspective, cultural awareness. That's why in between I said, whether you are not in good terms with China or Pakistan, no, it won't help because your employer may be a Mexican. For him, what is the issue? So this is what OECD said. Yeah, it's a digital tripart. Then we'll go to, and these links I will share with you. The next one, the core problem is lies here. And what you see in this image, this is an age pyramid. Indian population, growing population, 1.45 billion people, 2024 data, agreed, and male, female, everything. So this is what we call as the age pyramid, age class. Biology teachers know it, biologists, and the social science also, because they have to deal with this thing. So in their growing population here, you can see age class arrangement: 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, and you see the size of each age class. It is where in the bottom region, base is broad. That means more number of youngest days. 5 year to 45 year. We have a huge number of youngest days are there in the population. Okay. Whereas in the top region, the number of people in the 80, 84, 70, 74 in your area, it will be coming down. There are very wonderful UN data is there. If you go to US or UK, sorry, Europe and all, the people you meet, 10 out of the 6 people will be in the age of 70 or 60, 70 in the European countries. Sorry. Whereas in India, you know that when you go to the field and all, you'll see a lot of youngsters. What's the difference? So young workforce is there. Agreed. That is good. So it's a growing population. We have a pyramid shaped, and the base will be like that. Whereas in the international, in the Europe, in Italy or Denmark, you take it, it will be just inward, just the opposite side. You keep it upside down. There, youngest days will be very few. And added to that, no, the less number of children, all the issues are there. Okay. But And this is what now our politicians, our newspapers, our media all gloat over us. India is having you huge demographic dividend and all. Is it true? Yes, we have a lot of people are there. That is true. Youngest days. But what kind of jobs they are getting in? That's what I asked in the beginning. What jobs these youngest days? Your class now there will be 30, 40 of them. 10 of them will be very good in studies. 10. What about the remaining? You may complain that they don't take it because yeah, I listen to many teachers say that sir, whatever we say, they don't take it seriously. What we can do, we cannot do anything about it. That attitude change has to come. Slowly it will come, but there will be. So then what about these people when they go out and they are unemployed? So what they will do? They will go for all kind of activities to make money, income. I said all kinds of activity. Okay, so the India's problem is employment numbers are less, but academic qualifications. No, many with this is what every all universities, colleges passing out students with 90%, 80%, and percentage is very high. Except one or two states, they don't do that. All other states, very liberal in the okay. So students are under the impression we got 90%, 80%, 95% mark, and we are superior, intelligent. See, some 30, 40 years, 20 years ago, or 10, 15 years ago, 65 percentage, 70 percentage marks, it was not easy. Okay, so that part I'm leaving. Then, what about the skills? What skill your student has? I know personally many of my students, when I ask them PowerPoint, yeah, we know everything. Excel, oh, that also I know everything. You give us some problem to them, know nothing. Excel is a ocean. That's what I used to laugh. Excel, it is not simply chart or what print. There are so much of things to do. But there are some smart students who knows how to make use of it very well. Exceptions are there. So here what I say, skill, but many they don't do that. So practical learning, industrial events, going to industry, life skills that we'll see. Okay, and we have theoretical learning. Our students are getting theoretical learning. This I will emphasize because many of my students who went abroad, very very good students, with great difficulty they got admission in very famous international universities, and some of them joined in the top-notch central universities or colleges in Delhi and all. Even after that, they were lamenting, "Sir, we are our way of thinking. We know lots of theory, but practical part when it comes, we are falling behind." They found it extremely difficult. Students who joined the MSc courses, not PhD. PhD is a single track going. You're given a topic and somehow you'll manage. But joining the international universities, good international universities, I'm not talking about the low scale, low ranked international university in Australia, sorry, in Canada and all, who put all our students into trouble. Others, top rated universities, very difficult. Student has to do everything, and that's what I say. I have many students, but after one semester or two semester, and we are also surprised to hear from them because these are the best students of this country, and in the sense, best students of my college, they're done it well from our perspective. But when they are given the independence and they are given the job to do certain tasks and all, they struggle. Okay, so this is the part. And the one point which I want to say here, we have pyramid, lots of youngsters are there, but the reality is different. Employers, the reason why many of the international companies are preferring India, not India, China so far, the reason is the same issue. We'll come to that topic because I tell you, in the first few slides, it will go like that. And I will not be talking to you about what is reskilling, upskilling, all those things like that. But we will put in a different perspective, and you'll know what is happening in other part of the world, and then you will come to know where now we come to know where we stand and where we have to make the change. What skill? So we'll go to the first slide. Industrial revolutions are there. four of them. Industrial Revolution, the first steam power. So before the arrival of the steam power, I forgot the name of the movie. There is a movie about whaling, the heart of the sea. I think that is the name of the movie, where the whales have been chased and the oil from the whales, the largest sea animal, have been taken out. And just like instead of the petrol and diesel, those days, you remember how to catch a whale with all the technology in before 1750 and all. Whaling, Moby Dick is about that. Is basically about that. So what they do, they kill the whale and how to capture it, and its oil was was being used by people for different purpose, and it all changed later. Then 1760, 1840, steam power came. Engine started. James Watt, this name is familiar to you. So what happened? See, each industrial revolution. See, and what people were doing till 1760, 1840, my great great grandfathers and your great great grandfathers, what they were doing? I was taking the human history of mankind. So used to ask my students also, what your father, yeah, you are all 2000. 1950, what they were doing, what kind of dress they were using. 1910, what was the situation? What food they were using? 1850, we did not know, may not be knowing history. 1840, 1800, where we were. Less population, only certain pockets, then only the population rose. So we're talking about that period. Industrial Revolution, steam engine and all came, British they came, that's all happened around this period. So what people are doing? So till then, we were all either nomads, or agriculture, shifting agriculture, or hunter gatherers. Hunt, gather, eat, and sleep. Okay. It all changed with industrialization. Wheelbarrow, various tools and weapons, and then came this one. So this is a change. So each revolution transformed. What happened? Economy, society, and that's how people started living together. Economy, society started coming up, and this is the first part. So the question here, steam power, with the steam power, machines can be operated. Initially, it was used for not for running railway or anything, not trains, pumping water mostly. And then iron and coal industries came together with that. Okay, textile production came after that. So lots of jobs, large unskilled workforce. So 1846, 1760, and that is a period when people are having. We are in this phase, and we have lots of job, human resources are necessary. It was happening. Then Industrial Revolution. Two, what happened? Electricity, factories, assembly lines. Well, all of you must be familiar with this image. Charlie Chaplin movie, 1936. You remember, this movie was made in 1936, and it is a satire movie, you know that. And that movie depicts correctly what was happening with the Industrial Revolution. Factories came, and people were working, unskilled workforce. Yeah, and I hope you might have, many of you might have seen this movie. So there were no, the only one job that fellow got. He has to, what we say, tighten the nut with a spanner. Morning to evening, he does that. Next day, same thing. And this kind of skill only it was required. So, but factories were there, assembly line, and then car making, all this came. So this is second revolution, 1870, 1940. Then the third industrial revolution, what happened? 1950 to 2000, and we are part of it. So as I said, technological advancement, each industrial revolution transformed industry, economy, society. So during this period, what happened? Digital automation. Computers came. Do you remember when we got exposed to computer? 1980, 86, 87, 88, that is the period. It was not Windows at that time. People are using the computer came, and then in a few places. Then by 1990, I think that is a period when these Windows and all got popular. Before that, we are using MS DOS. So, and then what happened? Everything changed. People became expert. If you are unaware of how to use, not knowing what to do, the digital use of computer, you will be unfit. And this is what I have seen with many bank managers. I have seen personally, they're struggling like the senior managers who are retiring this year, next year, like that, who were in the period 1990s and all. This internet banking, it was a hell of a business for them. They found it extremely difficult. But anyway, so in with the computers, what happened? Factories, with the arrival of this job, digital technology, students or workers know they should be knowing skills to operate digital technology. I'll take you to a video that will show you what happened in the BMW and how they were doing it and the early period. Can I go like this? Any? Is it okay? Or
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is a core point, and then hereafter now you will not be seeing like this. We have some interesting examples coming up. And evening time it's difficult, so I'll take you to one video, and that video, anyway, I'll show you what happened with the Charlie Chaplin, this thing, 2-3 minutes, because it is evening time, boring, so you should not be sleeping. Okay. Can you see this YouTube video? Okay.
Yes, sir. We can
Oh,
see this video.
yeah, this is about the industrial revolution, what happened, what was attitude, and just 2-3 minutes, because you've already seen the movie, but even it is always funny. No sound is coming. Yeah. Yeah, this I am stopping. I'll give you the link, and you watch it again. It's always interesting. So actually, what happened during this part of the period, because that's what I said, this movie, Modern Times, in 1936, Second Industrial Revolution, factories and monotonous job and what kind of skills required. Okay, then we will go to this next video. That's about Industrial Revolution. It is not a movie on thing. This is what, sorry. This is how the BMW car factory, how they were doing 6 years ago. that also I'm stopping there. So this all shows now how technology has changed and what kind of jobs are required now. And without skills in third industrial revolution, this is 1950 2000, digital automation, computers and all came. Factories, factories now they started depending more on skilled labor. And here comes a question: what kind of skill? And you'll say, no, this is a car factory. There are a number of other factories also, not only car factory, various industries, and whether our curriculum is in tune with it or not. Imagine BCom student, economic student, after the degree, when he goes out, what he knows. Suppose he is getting in the job of his area, he should be knowing, he should be having exposure. So that's why industry exposure is always advantageous. Internships will help. And we should have a tie-up with these companies. I say I'm not factory, I'm saying any industry. See, as I said, you are in a remote area, urban, semi-rural area, you should be knowing what kind of jobs are there and what skill you are giving and how the youngsters can go ahead. Okay, and this is the fourth one. And we are in this phase, 2000 onwards. Now what is happening? AI, robotics, IoT, Internet of Things, 3D printing, big data, cloud computing, everything has become complex. Smart factories, self-learning machines, highly automated. And here what happened? Machines are communicating. 10 told machines are there. If one machine is not performing well, he will analyze the data, who the machine, and they take decisions automatically. So this is what happening in the developed countries with most of the areas. Productivity has gone up. I'm coming to that later. Indian productivity and what skills are. This is our topic. So in such an environment, highly skilled, talented individuals who can develop, manage, optimize advanced system, only they have opportunities. Students from this country, if they go to some other country for job, they'll find it difficult, especially going abroad. Then they have to get the training. Okay, and this one it will become clear, and I'll take you to one more video, and that's about the Tesla factory. What is happening?
Did you know
Yes, please.
that Tesla produces one brand new Tesla every 30 seconds at their Giga Shanghai facility? Today, we're going to talk about how they are able to churn out new cars so quickly and why Tesla was able to go from production hell and near bankruptcy in 2017 to cementing their place as one of the top manufacturing companies in the world just 5 years later. So Tesla makes a vehicle structure in a way that no other gigafactory in Texas, because this is the most clear example of how Tesla makes a vehicle in a way that no other company on Earth can match. The first stage of this process is going to be fabricating the various panels and vehicle structure that make up the Model Y body. To do that, Tesla is going to use a process called stamping. This is pretty simple. You have two halves of a die mold that hold the shape of the part that you want to make. Then you place a sheet of metal in between those two halves. Typically that's going to be aluminum, and then the machine stamps down on that sheet of metal to form it into the desired shape. There are going to be dozens of these stamping machines involved in fabricating all of the components that make up the body structure. The next step from there is going to be piecing them all together. That's where the big robot arms and conveyor belts start to come into play. They are welding together all of those stamped pieces to begin forming the skeleton of the Model Y body, moving from one robot down the line to the next, each one adding a new piece of the puzzle. This is what they call the body in white stage of the process. The car is not actually white at this point. It doesn't have any paint at all. I don't know why they call it that. But once the skeleton frame is complete, they're going to start attaching all of the body panels, like the fenders, the doors, the hood, and the trunk. These can't just be slapped on by robots. So there are going to be workers attaching and bolting down all of this bodywork. In theory, they would be ensuring that everything is fitted perfectly straight and even. But in practice, Tesla has been known to fall short on that aspect, though apparently Giga Texas is turning that around with nice, tight fits on the bodywork. From there, we go on to the paint shop, where the assembled body gets sprayed with primer and then sanded down to a level surface. Then it goes through a whole series of spraying and dunking and drying sessions, getting multiple layers of paint and gloss, depending on the finish. White is the easiest, that's why it's the cheapest. Red is the most complicated, with multiple layers of color and metallic speckles, and that's why it's more expensive. After the paint is dried, buffed, and polished, the body goes off to have all of the interior paneling fitted, the electronics wired up, and the glass installed. Now, simultaneous to all of that, there's going to be a separate process going on to manufacture the Model Y's underbody and powertrain. For that, they're going to start with a structural battery pack. This creates the central frame section of the vehicle in addition to holding all of the 4680 battery cells, along with the integrated cooling and electrical architecture. Then to that battery pack, they are going to directly bolt on the front and rear Giga castings, and that is the entire underbody ready to go in a few steps. The electric motors are then integrated into the Giga castings, one in the front and one in the back. Each is connected through a gearbox into the drive axles for all four wheels. The suspension is all tied into the castings, and the brakes and wheels are added to create a big rolling structure, kind of like a skateboard. Then, on top of the battery pack, they are going to lay down the carpeted flooring, attach the center console and interior trim, and then bolt down all four seats.
You are not audible, sir.
I will share the presentation with these links, and you can visit yourself and you can see. But here now what I want to bring in, and this is how the technology develops. So as I was explaining, industrialized nations, they require highly skilled, talented individuals, not for car factory alone. All fields know this is happening. We have more examples to come. I'll show you there. So now what's the message here? India, yes, we have large population. Okay. Imagine these companies from international companies are coming over here, setting up their factories. What kind of workforce they require? And do we have our engineering colleges? You leave it, our colleges. Do we train them? Have we seen anything like that? And do we have the equipment, practical, anything like that? So it has become necessary. We have to impart this also. We have to see in that way. Otherwise, what may happen? That's what happened to China. People are export. Yeah, they go to other countries where advanced technologies are available. Now Bangladesh has outbeaten us in the cloth industry, mechanized machines, and they have more. Coimbatore, everything fine, but this country is far ahead of it. That will later. Okay, so adaptation training, investing in education, vocational training. Large population is good. People are good. Upskilling, reskilling. What is upskilling and reskilling? Yeah, that's our plight. We have to reskill many of these things. As I said, AI, you may not be because it was not necessary. It was not there. It's a new development. We have to. And upskilling, what you learn today, outdated tomorrow. Otherwise, you will find it difficult to catch up with. So, if the workforce is educated, skilled in relevant technology, it will be beneficial. Otherwise, what happened? Unemployment will be there. Unemployment. Okay. So this is a problem we are facing. Traditional large workforce, not necessary, no jobs. Okay. Highly skilled workers, technology, programming, AI, data analysis. This is what we need. Whether you like that subject or subject, that's all different. That be there, let it be there. But along with that, if you want money, economic freedom, yeah, skilled, semi-skilled labor, it won't work out. Now machines are there to do all, and I have shown you these videos to show you all this. This is what happening. So there are so many, all these factories that do like that. Almost not only this one, other companies also. Okay, so this is the face. So I will, yeah, these are very two good articles from our website. You can read it. One is for the front line, educated youth. Yes, we have educated youth. And this is what happened in the next part I'll be explaining to you. 40 years to economics, econometrics scientists. Just issue in Latin America, that is South America. They found that everybody is educated. Lots of money is going, and same thing here also. But unemployment. Why? And that was the topic like. Sorry. But here, I'll leave this to you. Why so many Indian tech graduates unemployable? We have seen number of movies and we know that. And what to do? And that's why this NEP and this kind of course to give you, not to tell you, I can, that's what in the beginning I said, I do not know what exactly. Depending upon from what you hear, understand, you decide what kind of skill is required for your area and what you have to teach your students. Redecide. All the earlier practice of getting a syllabus and taking a class and giving marks, it won't work out. Because if when students are seeing that, we are seeing in this part of the country here what happened, number of PhDs are coming out, but these others are watching. These MSc, many MSc students have asked me, sir, what's the point in taking PhD? Our seniors with the first rank, second rank, the UGC, CSR, NET, no 5 6 years, they are still working as a lecturer, guest lecturer, and all. What is the point? So, what's the message there? The number for the PG courses will come down if it goes like this. And later, same will happen for degree also. What's the point? Without degree, you can get a jump. What is the need? Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Don't think that we are all on the same. Earlier, it was not the case. But there are. So we have to find a way out and what skill. Okay. And this is interesting. And I'll share these two articles and this with you. Very interesting reading. Okay. Next one. What you see here, GDP. Yeah, so GDP of the country, 10 super rich countries, and we are floating. India, fifth largest and all. But you compare the India fifth with the second one, China, same population, 1.4 billion, 1.4 billion. And where do we stand? And compare with the next country, China, Japan. Anyway, that is, we will say that they are developed country, all those things. But size-wise, with such a huge population, we are like this. It doesn't mean we are not growing, but the phase, the speed, and that is why this trade war between US and China, Tesla now they are facing a lot of difficulty. I'm coming to that topic also. How China can do that? Outbeat Tesla. This 30 billion, trillion US dollars. America historically can blame them because I showed you the first slide. 1940, their president talking about build for the future. American attitude different. And we started learning up recently. American credit system, all these things we have come assignment seminars by 1980s only. Autonomous status. But whether we are making use of it or not, that's a question. We dilute our thing. Anyway, that part I'm leaving. So 30 trillion and China 20 now. This is a phase. And America knows that very soon they will catch up. And that is why. But the question they're asking is also that we'll see. Okay. Anyway, so here what I want to show you, GDP. This is what happened. Brazil is also Latin American country, large country like India, but we have the population advantage. That's what we are telling. Demographic dividend. Okay. So why it is like this? Why? Okay. So this is a reason. And you look at this one. That was actually the earlier one. Sorry. This is about GDP. Country's overall GDP. India is having nearly 10 to 20% rich people are enjoying everything, including you and me also. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? People who are getting good salary, it is not the case of the other people. 60-70% farmers, they are not sure, and income is coming down. Yeah, anyway. So did I go? One minute. Window. Share. Yes. You are hearing, listening? Any question, any comments to say? Should not say later. No, I was not. I didn't give you an opportunity to interact. Can I go like this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. Yeah, you may mute or okay, you can message me, and I am occasionally seeing if there are any questions. Okay, fine. Okay, so why we are like that? See, 20 and 4 billion trillion, and they are 5 times ahead of us. In 1990, 1980, this country was just like India. Okay, that we'll see. And per capita income per head, 10 top super countries, super rich countries, you see that 1 to 10. I have marked 3 in red because all of these are Canada, Italy, UK, leave the Western society. And you see the last column alone, GDP per capita, 5 digits. America richest, $76,000 are there. Average income per year. India, 7,000. We are 4 digit. Okay. And Brazil, though we overlook upon Brazil, underlook on this one. And this China also, 21,000 like. So where do we stand? Among these 10, we are the poor. And why? So the question here, why the second one has become so big? And this area says everything. Economy, export-oriented economy. Any doubt export-oriented economy? Whatever item you are buying from Amazon or for your microwave oven, your TV, your fridge, everything. Not fridge, other aspects. Then laptop, from where it's all reaching us. And now the electric cars, electric battery, not by Exide, Amaron, Okaya, nothing at all. Okay. So this is the difference. Productive, skilled workforce. They have. China invested education skill development. Okay. And this aspect I would recommend all of you, yeah, especially those who are in the social sense may be aware of it. Yeah, all others. Hanushik and Ledger Osman. They are the prominent econometrics experts, economists. Education, economic growth, they analyzed. And they have a 2021 book that is about knowledge capital. Knowledge capital. So, what they said, long-term economic growth is determined by the skills of a nation's population. This is not a random study. 40 years of their Latin American study and the so-called Latin American growth puzzle. That's what I said. And their Latin American countries, they were investing so much of money, but no jobs. They were not catching up. Economy was not catching up. So the reason they found out us, and we are also the same boat. All are educated. BSc, MSc, PhD, everything is there. But country, it is very slowly catching up. That you are going to see. So they said that 75% of variation GDP is because of cognitive skills. Bloom's taxonomy, I'm coming there. Cognitive skills. I'll explain what is cognitive skill. Math, science, yeah, that's what languages, and how to excuse me because listen, I am not biased or anything. It's all required, but math capacity, science capacity, problem solving capacity, that is the most important part. Cognitive skills of population, 75% of the variation in GDP per capita. That is, if these countries are poor, they are marching ahead, their cognitive skills are better. And to measure the cognitive skills, how to measure the cognitive skills? You know that all these students who are going abroad, my students know when they go abroad, they somehow clear the IELTS exam, GRE, IELTS. International top rated universities, the top 100, top 1, 200 or 300 also, those countries, they require IELTS score of 6.5, 7.5. Otherwise, you are not eligible to apply. Why? That says about the English skill of our students. I'm not saying all should go abroad and all, but it is a barrier. Reading, writing, listening, one more reason. All these skills together. It is tested with the IELTS. So IELTS 8 score means very good. You are good in communication. Then only you cross that barrier. Then only you are eligible to be in top-notch universities. So that is a barrier filtering is happening. And similarly here also, cognitive skills are measured using two tests, international tests, TIMSS and PISA. PISA is a funny name. Anyway, I'll come to that. So before that, what is the knowledge capital concept? That is what these two, Hanushek and Wasserman. Hanushek and Wasserman, they are the top-rated economists. Knowledge capital, yeah. And these TIMS, trends in international mathematics science study. Students' performance in international tests of each country. PISA is another one, and that is relatable to GDP growth. And they saw that countries with low scores or lesser skills, example, Latin America, Sub-Saharan Africa, and parts of Asia. Don't take the whole Asia. You have startling message coming up because South Asia, they are economically weaker. That is because of their low skills. Okay, so how you measure it? And I mentioned here cognitive skills. So link between education, skill, economic development. Anushak and Waseman agreed, and their results they relate to the cognitive skills. So what is cognitive skills? People from the teachers from the education skill, you know it very well. So I'm not going to all the skills. I've taken the top 6 only, but this is very important. Cognitive skills are the capacities of core ability of abilities brain uses to think, learn, remember. Your student, how far he can think, how far he can learn, how can remember, all these are. So it is involved in our teaching, learning, problem solving, all jobs, practical, everything is like this. And Bloom's taxonomy also based on this fountain, this is a modern one. Then what happened? This cognitive skills, there are two categories. Lower order, you see the left side, lower order thinking skills, and upper side, higher order thinking skills. And what are the lower order thinking skills? This pyramid, this is Bloom's taxonomy, outline based on a hierarchy. And the topmost one is creating. That is what, there are 6 layers. These are the lower, these are basic one. You say like that. This is the highest form of learning or skill. Okay, so what you see here, remembering, understanding, applying, lower order skill, analyzing, evaluating, creating, higher order skill. And what are these lower order skills? It just like that, this is lower order skill, this is higher order skill. And what are these lower order skill? Remembering, memorizing tables, dates of history events, by hearting everything, poems and all. Exactly. Do we do that? Yes, we are good. Our students are good. Understanding, scientific concept understanding, main idea of a written passage, English order might be there. So learners know how to meaning, translation, interpretation, everything they know that. Third one is application. Yes, you taught them and the formula you have given to them or English grammar. That is the best one, easy to understand. Rules of English grammar, we are quite good. So this is the lowest order. So with the basic education, remembering, understanding, applying is here. And the next one is the cognitive skills higher order. I said now we have the pyramid and lower order skill, these three. And what are the highest order? Cognitive skills, the higher order thinking skills, analyzing capacity, identifying the causes of an event independently, not depending upon teacher. Listen to teacher, what teacher says, I'm not that way. They have to find out. This is where our students failed. Real world problems when they are given, our students, when those who went abroad, they found difficult to cope up. But later they caught up. Okay, leveled off. Evaluating, not your evaluation, not spoon feeding. Learners, students, how to make judgment. You are leaving them. You go out, find out, make a, or critiquing a piece of literature. Give them a book, write a review, or give them a research article, PDF, read it, do evaluate how many of the capacity. And then this is not as simple just for the sake of evaluating. And the last one is the highest form of cognitive skill. What is that? Creativity. Based on what you have learned out and all, whether you will be able to do a research paper. How many of our students are able to write a good paper? Even their BSc, MSc dissertation, you know what they will do. I don't have to explain. There are exceptions, agreed. But generally, what happens? They don't take it seriously. But whether it is seriously or not, I don't know. Then suppose it is another one is writing a poem or writing a music. How many of the capacity? Not all. Or a new economic model to analyze effect of climate change or something like that. Not climate change, any topic. Yeah, or innovative ideas, creativity. See, this is the basis of education. With all the learning you are getting, you are able to create something. It may be a music, it may be a novel, it may be a theory, or it may be a software, it may be a solar panel turbine. Fine. And that is the skill. And these skills are measured. Yeah, there are some more examples. No, I think. Yeah, for physics, it is solar panel. Chemistry, synthesizing a new compound, something like students based on their studies. Economics, new economic model. So everywhere it is applicable. I used to tell all the economics are the most easiest. What we call privileged members in the sense regarding research topics and all. But you are outside and people are facing a lot of problems. We can make a lot of economic models. If they are studied seriously, data analysis is easy. Commerce also the same thing. Okay. Others know they have to sit in the lab, a little difficult. Humanities is a different thing. But anyway, so these are the examples of creativity. I just want to see any comments. Anybody disagree with me or anything like that? No, you can. No, nothing. Fine. You can post the message. Okay. So we go to, yeah. So what is topic like? We are telling about link between education, skill, economic development. Hanushak and Ledger Wasserman, they said that GDP, it is related to the economic growth is determined by the skills of a population. And these skills involves cognitive skill and there are international tests, TIMSS and PISA. Two tests I said. And let us see one test. PISA. This test, I would recommend you, all of you, must refer Wikipedia today if you are unaware of it. Actually, during this program only, I also noticed this PISA test is there. It is a PISA is a funny name, Program for International Student Assembly. OECD, the same OECD I told you, they are conducting this international test. What is the purpose? It is a global education survey once in 3 years. OECD is the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Okay. So test the education systems. Indian education system, Bangladesh education system, Chinese education system, Singapore education system. How you can do that? You just check the performance of your students. 15-year-old peoples. +1, +2, just before that. And there's a test, 2-hour test. So each country sends their kids, selected kids, and they go and write the test. Okay. So the test cognitive skills of students in science, maths, reading, ability to solve problems. This is the core point, not science or maths. Ability to solve problems in new, unfamiliar conditions. International assessment by OECD. Once in a while, once in 3 years, they conduct the test. Students are participating. So far, 80 countries. Altogether 198 countries now, as far as I know, in the UN with the United Nations. So out of the 198, only 80 countries are participating. We participated once, and it was a tragedy. After that, we stopped. It was a real tragedy. We stopped. Okay. So what are the results? I said in between, when we say South Asia, Asian countries, these all are the Southeast Asian countries. Are they economic giants? Singapore, Japan, Taiwan, Korea is also there. Yeah, Korea is also there. South Korea, not North Korea. Okay. So, and this link I'll give you. I'm not critical of anything, but no, this is what I saw in the website. Okay. So this is a PISA, and this test you write, and once in 3 years, and based on the performance. And what is the score? This is the score. Top 20 countries based on PISA in 2000 test. Can you see it? The first, there are 80 countries participated. Among that, first 6 countries: Singapore, China, Japan, Taiwan, South Korea, Hong Kong. America is 18th. Mathematics, science, reading scores. What is that? This is the lowest bottom. We didn't participate. This is the lowest part. Out of the 80, Brazil lowest, Latin American Brazil, Jamaica, Argentina, Thailand, Saudi Arabia, Georgia, Panama, Albania, Palestine, Guatemala, Paraguay, Jordan, Philippines, Uzbekistan, Dominican all. Okay. 2009, we participated once. Ranked 73. Total participants 74. We are just ahead of Kyrgyzstan. Now we got a picture. Where do we stand? Thereafter, government of India decided no. Okay. And we will say there are less privileged area, poor countries, everything agreed. But what is the purpose of this test? See, when your companies are coming, they are not looking for, when you are buying a product, you are looking for product, whether you are poor or that reason, your product should be good. And for that, you should have a good skilled labor, skilled student or student worker to be in there. And this is from the Wikipedia website. This map is there. Here you can see this one, Wikipedia article, PISA. So PISA scores, this green and this red is the lower bottom one, and intermediate ones are the what color this is? Magenta. Okay, so in the global map also you can make out Canada, United States, European countries, they are all in the top right. And here comes, this is Asia. This is South Asia, Southeast Asian countries. Here, this part, blue is there. They are on the top list, nowhere else. Latin America entirely red. And this is what Wasserman and Hanishek analyzed. Why they are spending so much of money there, but why their education is like this? Why they are not, no, economy is not growing. Okay. So this is about the PISA test, PISA score. And what is the purpose of this test? This part is international. This part is, see the advantage, when you participate in a test, you come to know where exactly we stand. And also, the globally, if Indian education is not good or bad, it's not catching up. That's what I said with the students when they go abroad. They have told me, sir, we are being compared with Bangladesh, China, sorry, Pakistan. We all in the same boat. That's what the teachers, they consider us as like that. That's true. So that means there are some shortcomings are there. So improvements are needed. It is not whether you are in a rural area, semi-rural area, that's a different aspect. Then benchmarking, understanding what works and what doesn't. If Singapore is the topmost country, if South Korea is the topmost country, that says everything. Their school education is the best. Then policy making. Policy makers and this category, I am myself, you, and we are all part of it, educators. We have to take the decision, improve education system. Otherwise, as I was showing you, China with the 20 billion, India with the 4 billion. And this will catch up. The difference will be, yeah, what may happen future, let us other examples are there. So global perspective also. Learn from each other. You have to understand. If you are running behind, we are not as good as others, we find out. So accountability is there because we are playing with the future of your kid and my kid and the young generation. After +2, they all come to our education system with great hope and they read India, demographic, dividend, everything. But after 3-4 years of spending and wasting their time, If they are not reaching anywhere, ultimately country also suffers. So it's a tool. So this PISA test is good or not, you decide. And and Germany, I read in that paper somewhere, I think Wikipedia, Germany was shocked when they were not in the top 20. And you see, you can see this is a top 20. Belgium is there, Sweden is there. And that government has taken the appropriate steps. And there is another test also, TIMS, that I am skipping. And there also, that is about all of mathematics. Top performers are Singapore, China, Korea, Japan. Same story. India, we are out. International, there is you cannot make out, I know, this table. The lowest was international average is 500 score. TIMS actually what happened? Grade 4, grade 8, grade 8, 8th class, 4th class. Mathematics, science, test, based on test. So here also top countries are India 478, international average is 500, and I'll take you to where Singapore 625, China Taipei, that is Hong Kong 598, 600, Korea 598, South Korea not North. So it's so you got an idea about where do we stand, what is our system, and why should we improve it. And we have one more example that I want you to see. That is about, uh, and after that we'll go to the core area. What skill? How to? What to? Who are the leading agricultural expert? How it is related to the skill, you have to understand. The skills younger generation they have based on that. So agriculture export, the topmost countries are America, Netherlands, Brazil. And you read carefully in between these white is Netherlands. It's a small country, just 1 by 200 of the size of America, 1 by 200 of the size of America, but they are the largest exporters, second largest, and they are using only 0.5% of their land area. Not 1%, 0.5% land area. How can they produce? Productivity. They have the skill. One example. You can see average tomato, 20-25 tons, India. From per hectare, we get 20-25 tons. In Netherlands, it is in their high-tech greenhouses, 250-600 tons. Open field, 50-75. How it is possible with them? High-tech greenhouses with hydroponic substrate equipment. Who taught them the skill? This is the output of what they studied in their agriculture universities, because they faced a problem. They were told to reduce the quantity of open field plantations. 2015. Paris Agreement. And the government strictly took it. Nitrogen fertilizers, they reduced, and they invented another methodology that we are coming to. So what methodology? They are the export 0.5%, and you just see, and this is not from Netherlands. I'm showing it from a poor country like Baku, and what technology they are using. Then after that we'll take a break. It is 4:25. Just see this video, then you take a break. It's an interesting video. Don't skip it. Sorry. After that we'll go to, then we will see some other aspects also.
Sir, your voice is not clear. Hello.
Why?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I didn't unmute. That's why. Sorry. So what you see here is a greenhouse, and Baku, Azerbaijan is a poor country. This is how they grow it. Okay, and this is a develop. Yeah, and hybrid varieties tomatoes are there. And what you see, this is a tall the roof. This rooftop can be tilted, and so the sunlight intensity can be reduced or not. When this is being a cold country, they can use LED light when sunlights are not there. See how the growing. Okay, then other side, these plants are not grown in soil. Plants require nutrients, so alternative media is used. And who are working there, and what is happening? So when this is happening in other part of the world, like, and we are, yeah, well, let us see, you see it better, and then after that we'll decide. Yeah, this part you careful look at it. This is how the plants are grown, and the root of the plants are in a small sac-like structure. They are not plastic. It is recyclable only, and they are using a medium like coconut fiber or extract from volcanic rock. So not soil. Okay, so nutrients are given there, and the plants grow. here now, this is from Netherlands. You just see who are working here. Same thing, same technology, who are working here. So these youngsters are skills and agriculture technology, and they're working and they're earning money. This is post-harvesting, how the waste is recycled. Regenerative agriculture, that's what we call. No burning. See, we have a problem in, we know that. Okay. So I'll stop here. This is about what you have seen is greenhouse farming, a small model. Okay. You must be thinking what you can do and why I'm taking it here. You just think about your college institution is collaborating with the right agencies and bringing up this one, and the practicals are being fine-tuned in this way. Won't help the economy. On the students get the job, and want our farmers will see it because they are not watching all YouTube or anything at all. Anyway, investment is involved. Agreed. There are ways, and you see that in Netherlands there are 1.5 lakhs workers, and you have seen who are the workers there. Air conditioned rooms, like no pests. That's the best part of it. We are all afraid of eating a vegetables. Since it is inside, everything controlled, precision agriculture, and no pesticides. And you have seen Chile, everything. This is a European country. Now you know why Tarifar is there. They have with the 600, 250 productivity, they can export items. And when it comes to Indian border, we will say no, our farmers will suffer. But what our farmers are doing, our farmers are, I won't blame our farmers. They don't have the technology, poor people. But why the houses are not? Responsible people, we are part of it. 20, 25 tons per hectare, all vegetable with a pesticide. And where do they work? I'll show you the image. And do you think their youngsters will? This is what happened. This is from the last week's Hindu. Farmers segregating dried turmeric. Turmeric is a high price. What you see here, hot sun, these three people are working maybe 600, 700 rupees. I don't know. They may be getting. Do you think their children will work? And whereas in other part of the world, other options are there. This same thing can be dried using some other methodology. Innovative. Okay. And the other part is skill for that technology. And it is a good article written by the research and Indian IIT professor also. He says Indian industry should be blamed since this cheap labor is available. industry, cheap labor is available. But actually, what he says, this generation, yes, they will do like that, half-less people. But their children, they will not. So that's why in between I was telling you have to see who are working in the videos I shown there. So if Netherlands with they can give job to nearly 1.5 lakh people, and they are skilled in agriculture, the moment we tell our students agriculture, they will run away. Okay, so 1.5, and this is just net. So Baku, so many countries like that, and 88% is exported. So thank you. Now it is only 4:40. I'll when should I? Yeah, course coordinator here. So is it 10 minutes or 50 break? What time I should come back? It is 3:40. I come after 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, now it is 4:40. 38, 4:40. So we'll make it
Okay,
4:50.
sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon, good evening. I'm back, and shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So, yeah. So I was telling about what is this greenhouse farming. Okay. So what's the advantages? So these all are possible. This is happening in other part of the world. Okay. And the basic technology they are using hydroponic system, substrate system. That is instead of soil, no, they are using yeah other materials. Hydroponic system. It is nutrient rich water. Substrate system, they will be using some other material like volcanic rock. So what you see, this is from the international website of various organization. If anybody is interested, you can contact and see how far is possible. There are a few private companies in India who are supplying all these items, and if any one of your institution can showcase it as a pilot study, yeah, some financial investment must be required, and some topics, no, yeah, and there are role for all the departments, not going to be a single department alone. Okay, so this is what we see: hydroponic greenhouse. And the same thing we have seen already: tomato growing in a hydroponic system, how it grows and all. And this is some interesting part. What is here, no, this is the coconut fiber. And coconut fiber, where do they get in Russia and Europe and all? In northern part of the country also, coconut is not very much prevalent like in many regions, but south it is plenty. Okay. And what I saw, these companies are, many Netherlands companies or European companies are taking out this coconut fiber from Mexico, Sri Lanka, or from southern states also, and there they make use of this one. Instead of soil, they grow it. So this is, you would say, this is based on the research, and the skill is involved, and it's a course they are studying. So see, suppose you are employing somebody there, you have a farm. Okay, and if your student knows it, that is good. And my student BSc zoology botany, how many of them know how to grow a plant properly? I don't think. You have coconuts here, how many of them? Or cover rearing, how many? They say this is not my area. Like, see, there should be separate skill based on the need of their region. That's what we can do. Employment opportunity. Anyway, that is coconut fiber instead of soil used. And here another material, what you see, this is what called a rock wool. Rock wool. So rock wool is actually from the volcanic rock. Volcanic rock. They heat it, and it can be used instead of as soil. Okay, so nutrients are poured there, and it can be recycled and used. So no pathogens, no soil bacteria, no soil other problems. Chemically inert material. And another one is perlite. Perlite is actually from steel fiber or basalt rock. It is a waste product from steel factories. That's what I understand. And that also being used in these countries to grow plants like that, and the productivity. And the last question, what I asked, this is what happened in our country. Who will work here? And how can we make it attractive? But whereas no places like this, when the income is very high, people will be there. Okay, so related courses like, okay, so this I am skipping. Okay, and we come to next one. We are going towards the skill part. Have you read this article? Or many pages are there? EV colony of China, India. 23-24, our country produced 1.59 million electric vehicle. 1 million 10 lakhs. So you say 20 million, 20 lakhs electric vehicles. Okay. What happened? All the batteries from Great China. Now we got the idea where the money goes. Trade imbalance between two nations. And this is just 7.4. Sorry. Just 7.4% of the battery production. Car production. No. The total cars. And by 230, 240 and all, we are all going towards the EV car. So we have to see that. No, it is not we, but will we be able to catch up with China? You see the next examples. They start planned it in 2000. They have a skill, and they have the courses, and they understood that somebody government push early research and development, lithium ion batteries with government support, 2000. And two companies, BYD, you know, the BYD car is here, CATL. And these two companies are the 53% global market, international market. Now you know why this tariff war is a big issue. Tesla, all the European companies, they all know it. And 2010, 10 years, what happened? Collaboration with universities, they increased. Technology also they increased. So by 2015, more energy per battery. You remember our earlier days, our mobile phones, not the same issue. But Chinese mobile phones and all, they matched up, they improved. And what do you mean by improving? It is being done by some college or university or some place where no research is being done, and they get the skill to produce it. And next, global collaboration, 2017. You know what happened? BMW, Tesla all started buying from this Chinese company. So what does it mean? Chinese products are good reputation. You see the planning, 2000, 2010, 15, 17, and then what happened? 2020, recycling of the battery, another turning point. Where other batteries, they don't offer it. Nickel cadmium battery built by South Korea or the European companies, not as good as this one. So long term, that's why they are able to go for the buyback offer. Now the MG Motors, they are doing the same thing with the Binzer, I think. Buyback is there. Earlier, there was a lot of concern 1 year back. What we will do once the car battery is exhausted? Battery recycling technology. 24, leadership. Leadership means what? They are the number one in the market. Volkswagen, all the countries. And the last part, 25, solid state battery. There were a lot of problems with the liquid lithium ion battery. So they became solid state battery. By 2027, China will be out with it all. Now you got an idea why these, now one more point is coming. Tariff war, European companies know that, American companies know that, but they have a lot of grievances. This is one reason you see that 96 who found out this methodology, this lithium iron phosphate, University of Texas, American research team, they found out. But China later on the build up. That is why America always complains. Technology we produce, but because of the huge population benefit, they make money out of it. And there are a lot of other complaints also. We do not know what kind of human rights are there. You know, you have heard enough about China. It is not opened up economy, not economy alone, the regions also. And whether they are following the safety norms, pollution norms, nobody knows. But items are cheap. Okay. And what you see, the same complaint US has, yeah, you know that they produce the computer, IBM, but now the computer companies are all going to China. So this is what you have to think about. So how it is possible by that country? Okay, international competitors are there. They are still going with the nickel, cobalt, manganese batteries, and these materials are all going to be in short supply soon. Nickel and cobalt, whereas lithium, iron, phosphate, no such issues. So in the coming that the GDP growth, what I showed you, 20 trillion dollars. All these countries know that after 10 years they will be the superpower. Okay, that is good. Anyway, my question, our topic here. See, you compare the world population, 1.4 billion India, 1.4 billion China, 17% nearly, and where do we stand? And why it's happening? Our education system, it is not skill oriented. Okay, and we are coming to the end. To an idea where do we stand, our education system. Similarly, here also, this page is from Amazon, and when you search for a mobile, a smartphone, all the companies, Amazon site, it goes to OnePlus, Realme, Redmi, all. Why? Electronics, EV, all from China. What is the reason for the corporate governance? There lies the answer. That's what government of India also. Though lately we are all not we are saying copying China, but what is happening in other part of the world, we have to follow. Otherwise, economically, our we will not catch up. Okay. So reliance on manual labor, foreign investment. Foreign investment is now workforce skilled in modern technology is needed. Now we are reading a lot of articles. No, Chinese factories, companies will come to India, and we are going to beneficial. But when they come over here, our workforce now, if they are not getting good workforce, skilled labor, what happened? And that is where the Bangladesh and Vietnam is catching up. Okay. So we'll see one by one what is the reason and what we got to do. Number one, reforms in vocational education. NEP, part of NEP is, I'll mention that later. Actually, traditional education system, we are bringing in vocational education track also. We looked down on BVC courses and all. We didn't value much. But now we have realized with our kind of degree alone, it will not work out. You have to offer one semester or 2 semesters some training so that students will get some skill based career. So what skill to offer from your college, that will be what is crossing your mind. I don't have a steady answer because you are from different regions. If you are from a tourist region, think like that. If you are from a industrial region, think about it. If you are from a, what we call plant rich region, like northeast and all, I still remember some film actor or somebody who is the who switched over to beer production. I'm not saying beer no, should be taken and all. Nani and Songapaya, somebody is his name. He is a Hindi movie villain, but he is the owner of the second or third largest beer manufacturing company in the Northeast, and there they are making use of some fruits which are peculiar to that region. See, you see what is happening there. So the skill needed and the technology needed, that is so help. And here now, and read carefully. China, two parallel education system. We also have general education. That is our degree, university, everything. Vocational education track, skill-based career. Then this yellow part is a core point. 50% of Chinese students go to vocational training. Why? Simple. Their parents send them. And do we do the same thing here? Do we permit our students to do it? Am I right? Are you here? Okay. So, next point, industry collaboration. And this is what the NEP also says. Industry, academic, college, university partnership. India colleges are operating in isolation, away from the industry. That won't help. If you are an industrial belt, it may be agriculture oriented or whatever might be that. Associate with it with that particular organization because jobs are there. Companies co-design courses. Companies and our courses who decide? We decide based on what? Our syllabus, our course, and we teach something. And with that, students go out, and ultimately, what happened? And is in not only in China, this is a practice they copied from Germany or from European companies. That is why. Okay, so colleges operate in isolation. Okay, China they work closely with the industry. Companies are co-designing courses. So industry needs, whether it is a watch factory, suppose you're having 2, 3 good factories of any Titan or any company there, or any small scale industries there. If they have labor shortage, skill gap, okay, must be wondering how it is possible. See, it is possible or not, we have to find a way out. That's why in the beginning I said, the future is not going, it is quite unpredictable now. That must be an eye opener. Canada, first upon, they started cutting down the number of their visas. And not only that, students who learned computer science, data science with huge investment in Canadian universities with the thinking that they will get a job, because that was a situation till last year. Suddenly government declared the job opportunities or the recession is happening, or all these are not necessary, either because of the arrival of AI or because of some other reason, like alternatives available in China and India. Anyway, so students who designed, who got into admission in all these places, so that's what in the beginning we said, we do not know what may happen next year. Anything can go wrong, change anytime. Okay, so here what happened, industry academic partnership, we have to find a way out. You are in a small village area or in a semi-rural area or maybe university. Don't think all your colleagues will join together, but teamwork is needed. Take a decision. Decision making easier for autonomous colleges. I was in autonomous college, and I have seen it how it worked in Loyola College Madras in 1985 and all 80s onwards. They did well, wonderfully well. Then by 2000 only it started catching up in other part of the country also. Okay, but autonomy means what? Making use of the autonomy opportunity given to you. If you are not doing that, nothing. And that is where many failed. But now, with the board of studies and syllabus, and it is easy. So your department, you decide which course and getting university's permission that you can do it. So think something about it. Okay. The next one, apprenticeship. Spend 50% of their time in factories. This Foxconn is Apple company. Learn an AN program. That is not free of anything. Students are there and they get exposure. So what happened? Job ready skills. Third one, investment in vocational training. Government of India, there are various schemes are coming up. Rosa Award might be that, or the PM Usha, all these schemes are there. PM Usha. Make use of the opportunity. Or as I said, if it is a private management, convince them what is required. What is the need to have a good labs. When you're offering good courses, people will come and they will get good skills. And this is another core area. What happened? Do we send our students for ITI polytechnic courses? We don't. Mindset is there. We send all of them to engineering colleges, medical colleges, and after plus two, we see that they're getting admission there. That's all. And if any student says that I don't want, yeah, you've seen it enough, or 3 years and so many more, everything. Okay. So this mindset is there. But in this country or in international European world also, vocational careers are respected. A skill is there. Mobile repairing, solar panel repairing, electric vehicle repairing. These all are going to be the future. Future means jobs are going to be there because we are all going to switch over. Opportunities will come. Okay, so if you want to run, okay, and also we have a number of agricultural products. But value added product, no. Farmers are producing it, but beyond that, they do not know anything how to market it properly or what value added product can be made out of it. Best example, Lays. Lays, potato. They transform the potato industry, so agriculture. That's why now the potato prices are steady. Always a demand is there. You and me, my kids and all, we go for the Lays. So not a demand for the potatoes. Then what courses to be brought in? Integration of AI, robotics, automation. Our old outdated skills, our syllabus, our texts, if it is outdated, whether your senior teachers will agree or not, change it. Economics, commerce, there are lots of, now it's all like what is happening in the banks and all. That anyway, coming to that point. Outdated skills, no, remove it. And texts also. In syllabus also, many of these things are just for the sake of repeated. Instead of that, bring in whatever is required. Okay. So this is a few examples. Doesn't mean no the other languages and other. Okay, that part we'll see later. Then R&D technology transfer. China, what they did, their local research, they went for indigenous technology. That's how they could better own or catch up with battery technology. Battery, how they are able to produce cheap batteries. That is because their government is importing ores from ores, different part of the world, South America countries. They import it, process it, make batteries, and cheaper batteries are there. And for that they have localized R&D. So when R&D we say it has to come from the institutions, colleges and universities. Then private sector participation. Yeah, you know, if your region, if private firms are there, participation is possible. Try. Then continuous reforms and evolution. See what we are doing with our education now. We just the syllabus we update for our sake. That won't help. Latest in the field, update it. Introduce subjects which are required for the skill development, or offer some courses. It doesn't mean other subjects are not necessary. Students have the choice. They can select what they require, like offer it. And lifelong learning and reskilling. That is our headache. Lifelong learning. Life is going to be like that. Yeah, I studied BSc, MSc, and thereafter now I'm just teaching whatever I that won't help. Now with the advancement technology, whatever is coming up, we also have to learn. That's why in between I said newer and newer softwares are coming. We have to update. And earlier it was R programming. Now the sorry, SPSS R programming has gone. Now Python came, and now the AI tools are there. And so and we have to update. And reskilling is also part. Stay relevant in the fast changing tech industry. So instead of that, you read it as education industry. This is also industry. So what are the takeaways? Why India struggles? Vocational courses. Yeah, students also have a negative apathy. If you tell them we do that, this and all, they may not listen. Don't bother about it. Offer the thing. When try to collaborate with the nearby industry, and when they see people are getting job, others will come. And then why I showed you all these green tech farms, if possible, as I said, if you are in a rural area, try to practice, bring in one of these, and the students know they can be employed, and they can their project works, internships can be used there. In that way, think about it. And next, we will see World Economic Forum. You can subscribe to their website. Okay. So what are the fastest growing jobs? Are you all there? Any? Yeah, I'm not getting any response.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We are.
Okay, I can continue now because yeah, this is okay.
Yeah, sure, sir. Sure.
Sure.
And what you see, these are the areas. See, fintech engine, big data specialist, that you and me all know that AI information processing required. So we have to bring in. And fintech, this commerce and economics, no, see, they should be careful. Now everybody, now the so we are all now start investing in different SIP, mutual fund, everything. There are so many companies are there, some nearly 2,000 of them. That's what I heard, mutual funds. It's an job opportunity. And getting a job there, you have, and they have serious softwares and various analysis. Fintech engineers have lots of job. And then AI machine learning specialists, AI machine learning, languages also. If anyway, that part I come later. Then various software application developers, not utilizing, just no, that won't help. Students know that what kind of new software, what can be done, like, or they should be given the options. Then jobs are going to be here. Electric vehicle, you and me all know that. by 2030 or 40, if Honorable Nitin Gadkari is saying that we will be electric vehicles 50-60%. India is going to be net zero in carbon. That means electric vehicle will come. That is a United Nations SDG priority list. Fossil fuel reduction, replacement of electric vehicle. That is why now all the vehicles 15 year, all those issues are come. And even car pollution also, you know that our pollution checking tests have become very strict. It is connected to the central government portal and you cannot cheat easily. So this all indicates to us green transition, sustainable transportation, opportunities are going to be there. Okay. So students will get job. And then this is most interesting. Declining jobs. You read it. Sorry. What you see here? Is it right? Clerks, secretary, they are out. Cashiers and ticket clerks. See, now with the scanner and barcoding and all, even buses or cashier, they will, yeah, online payment system is there. Banks, how many of you go? Now with the GPay and all these tools, now what's happening? No need to go to banks. And then bank tellers, ATM. ATM does everything. So with the arrival ATM, that job is over. Blank clerk, nobody is there. You don't have to stand in the queue, get a paper, nearly 2 hours wasted, nothing. Then printing, what happened to all of them? Now who was digital media and printing and all going to be out? You know what happened to all those people who started their own computer printing shops, computer shops and all collapsed. Accountants and auditors, there are so many softwares are there. So many softwares. You can just put the data and then AI will also do that. So this is all going to be the declining jobs. So if we are training our students for these kind of jobs, what may happen? So these are the fastest growing jobs. Okay, so you may say education is not only getting jobs, economy, but that is a core point. Then other aspects come. That's what I see. See, salary, families benefits, that matters. Maybe a few are, may not be like that. That I don't I see that won't help. And then what are the key technologies we have to focus upon? So these are the few examples, but mostly towards technology only. Industrial automation and robotics. Vocational training. Maintain robots. You may think, is it possible in my college? Possibilities you have to find out. Then Internet of Things, smart factories, sensors in factory. If your students have the skill, I have shown you that a car and painting is being done by BMW or in the Tesla, painting done by the machines. How do they do it? And the tomato being captured by a sensor. Tomato inside a vertical greenhouse, that machine can do it. And the sensors are there, predictions and all these. Okay. And then AI, that part, no, it's not to us. AI and machine learning. So students learn AI applications. With AI, what you can teach in commerce, what you can do in economics, what you can do in biology, we have to find a way out. Or there are courses are there in the other places also. Shifting towards all this become necessary. Otherwise, students will not be there. That's what I am saying. Maybe a few of them will come, but that all will in the long run may not be. Then big data, predictive analytics. That's what I said in the part, no? Our economics, commerce teachers and the students are the best option. You don't have to see, you have lots of data available. Visit the farms, what farmers are doing, how to improve their efficiency, what are the problems they are facing. You can make out a lot of analytics data and that will help them in designing the what is needed for the industry region. The next one is cyber physical system and digital twins. Earlier, no, a car prototype and all that was necessary. Now, nothing like that. You have seen what the Tesla factory they were doing. The system digitally done. Digital version is prepared. Digital twin of a real factory machine is done. And there are occasional training. Students learn how to create digital models of various things, not car alone. So it's a digital technology. Then 3D printing, courses on 3D design. There are many institutes are offering that. See that along with our degree, this is also being, if they are interested, let them go. You give them the opportunity. Then cloud computing, edge computing, we are all using it. Cloud computing now, the all the CD, US, sorry, DVD, everything gone. What about that industry? Moser Bayer came with a big scope in India, gone because now who uses CD, DVD, and all? Cloud computing. So cloud platforms, students how to read. Okay. Then AR and VR. One example I'm saying, train workers in aircraft wiring assembly, AR headset. No need to be in a factory. Training workers in skills without real world risk or anything. But the same thing you can do in a virtual world. So I know many will be thinking, no, how so this is all possible in my institutions? No, that we have to find a way out, because otherwise this one. Okay. Otherwise, what happened? Students will not be there. Both boys and girls, they find out that because now with the social media, the messages spreads very easily. That I have seen it. Students from this part of the Kerala goes to Bombay, Delhi, and all. Message comes within no time. They are already. And I'm surprised. See, many rural students are going all the way to UK, Ireland, and all. They said, "So my friends have gone there, and the message has come. We come and we can do something." And they are also become adventurous. Okay, that is the attitude now. So if we think we can get along for a long period, uh, let us hope everything will be fine. Then so this is a core point of what I want to tell you, because with these examples in China what they did, and the same thing, okay, top skills for the future, that already we have seen. And this area I have one core point: analytical thinking, innovation, what we do, leadership and social influence, problem solving capacity in blue color, analytical thinking, innovation, complex problem solving, critical thinking, analysis, creativity. Your syllabus is able to do it or not. Next one, self-management. Under pressure, whether they have willpower. Okay, see, these are possible when we are giving instead of theoretical. There are other mode of teaching also. Then working with people, let them meet farmers or the industry people, interact as part of some internship or some program. So then they will understand. Sorry. So this is from the World Economic Forum's Future Jobs Report. And it's clearly given reskilling next 5 years essential. Otherwise, yeah, we have to, students have to get these skills, and how you can help, that will come to an interesting aspect. We are all familiar with assignments and seminars, and what do we do with our assignments and seminars in colleges and all? Many students went abroad, they found and failed also. Assignment seminars, they cannot copy. Plagiarism is not permitted. I know many students who did it and they lost their semester because they don't permit any copying from any media. Assignments are very serious. I'm repeatedly saying PG or UG assignments are there. Students have to do on their own. So what's the advantage? Power of assignment seminars. Critical thinking, analytical capacity, not the kind of copy paste thing which is happening in our country, and we are silent muted, silently watching it, because you will say, yeah, my colleagues, they are all doing their own, the students will feel bad, and that's all. No, that's not. Your institution take a policy, sorry, collective policy. We will use a software, plagiarism software. And it happened in recently in one place, and the complaint came to me. And I asked them, what is the meaning of plagiarism? Just check it. Plagiarism is stealing somebody's data, somebody's idea. And if that is what you are doing with assignment, what right you go to tell me all about all this? So they were asking whether it is required or not. I said, so assignment has critical thinking possible. How it is possible? See, you are giving a topic, or student is taking a topic. Again, I'll say, yeah, some agriculture problem or pest management, or might be that. Okay. So they have to think, and data evaluation is necessary. Then writing capacity. It is not copying paste. Now that's what they do. Google, copy, paste, or give to AI goes. But giving to AI also you can easily catch. When they start presenting it, people who are copied from AI, they cannot answer it. I used to say, tell all these students also. See, you can prepare a data, you can go for, but when you go for the interview, when they ask you questions, you will not be able to answer it. Then research skills. Me and you and all, we are all teachers with PhD. You have you or at least okay. So you have known what happened when we write a paper. We'll do the review. We read different papers, and while referring different papers, no, we get knowledge, and that's what students also has to do. But it has all become a big joke in our country, and we talk about critical thinking, analytic capacity, nothing at all. You know how to go. This is a skill, critical thinking, analytic capacity skill, and we ourselves are killing it. So make it strict. Then effectively, and what is that? Writing capacity is there. That is what happened IELTS now. When they go for IELTS, only those students who are good in writing and all, they can get good scores. Not only IELTS. Suppose they're working in a company where no, you have to write a letter. How many of them know how to write a letter properly? You will say AA is there. That's fine. Okay. Revise, refine, academic integrity. This is a problem. Okay. Then what is our role? We have to list out. See, if you are taking a topic from an area, agricultural economics, you have the topics now. With the students bring in an assignment blindly, we don't have to accept at all. We can say these are the tasks, these are the topics, and select one among the things. Now what happened? We just give, you write whatever you want and bring it, and we put a mark and give to. Okay. Then feedback. Okay. And next one is seminar. And in my call, I was serious about seminar. I used to say that this is a public skilling capacity. This is a skill. Skill development is happening during our study. If a student has written an assignment properly, he can present it well. And while presenting, he gets public speaking skill. Then what happened? Confidence and capacity to communicate. And next one, discussions in a class. If you are allowing a topic is good, and if it is serious discussion, that leads to interactive learning. And this is how the abroad they do. This is where our students failed, because there's copied practice they reached, and after degree, and they're saying those students, they do all these very serious discussions, exchange of ideas, critical thinking is there. It may be something facing the region, and they take relevant topics. Maybe about no the one which I told you now, like EV cars. If this is happening in this country, why our country is like that? Why don't we do something like that? Let them think about it. Then problem solving skills. What is that? Assignment, seminar. When students are, see, 30, 40 students are there, one fellow is presenting something, and then it is a seminar which is going on. Somebody ask a right question, and that is a question for others also. So all in all, presentation skills will there. Okay. So what are the skill students from seminars, assignments, and all? As I said, communication is there. Then teamwork is there. Sometimes what happen? No, they have to compete, not compete. They have to collaborate with others also. Discussions are meaningful discussions. Okay. Adaptability. Respond thoughtfully to feedback and questions. And now no questions. Nobody will ask a question. Even if you tell them, they don't ask question. It's a kind of mutual understanding. Like somebody is presenting, and when feedbacks are coming, and then the presenter also comes to know how to answer that, and this is what matters later when we go somewhere. So what is our role? Actively monitor, mentor. Mentoring also there. We can give directions, and for that only we have taken research and teaching experience, and dynamic discussions possible, that we have to teachers also intervening in between. And then tools and resources. That's what I said. Plagiarism checker or references done properly, citation generators, softwares. See that it is being properly used, and provide them journal, database, online course. Sorry, that is necessary. So uh, the last line is about Albert Einstein. What he said: education is not the learning of facts alone, training the mind to think. And that's what assignments and seminars. And for me, it was a total surprise when I joined in Loyola 1985-88. Very good, because those days engineering colleges are catching up only. Many students from the top rated students used to join, and they used to take the assignments and seminars very seriously. And still, I remember it was part of their English class. They have to read a novel and write a review and submit to the teacher. So the reading capacity, reading skill, reviewing capacity, and that's what actually in 85 and all, when this American model of credit system along with autonomy came, it was internet for that. But lately what happened? I don't know. So this is about the missing. And then the language teachers, they have a feeling of this is all of tech, nothing like that. Linguistics are there. If you are very good in English, that everyone cannot be. Languages, syntax, semantics, you are all expert. But when you have the interdisciplinary expertise, you learn some programs. So theoretical knowledge plus practical computational implementation. AI tool cannot do everything. Language, mainly English. So linguistic theories, and that leads to NLP. What is NLP? Natural language processing aspect is there. You check websites and there are a lot of it's a AI field only. Okay. So with NIP, there are courses like this, language and discourse. In social media platforms are there, various YouTube and various platforms, and how they are, how they understand or deal with different topics. That's all based on software plus language also there. What what idea to be, or how to be expressed all this. What language to be used. Just example said with politics. Politicians know what language. Okay, and when you are seeing it in the um, language and power dynamics as part of the NLP, the media, politics, and all, there the AI can help you. Okay, so how language can be used to? Best example, I would say, these public speeches by various, yeah, the current American president is good, Trump and all. He has a peculiar way. He knows how to speak it. That is all based on computational analysis. How to do it, how to, and then another part is sentiment analysis and literature. AI tools are there. Literary text. AI beyond a level, it cannot come out of sentiment. So language, see emotions, how it is created, and there comes the need of. So an English expert, language expert with linguistic expert teacher, or sorry, faculty or student with computer expertise, options are there. Lot of opportunities. Authorship analysis, reviewing with AI tool and all. They are also same thing. Language features are used by others that AI cannot on its own beyond a level cannot detect. That requires the expertise of a language teacher. And there are other various examples. Language modeling, this is what I mentioned. Translation also. Text from one language to another. Yeah, machine will translate, but sometimes it will be funny. And we have a lot of NLP applications like Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, Google Translate, and various languages are coming up. And they all need both. So what I'm saying, yeah, this natural language processing, and it needs language experts. So the language courses which are being taught in our colleges or our universities, there no this angle also has to be brought in. There are a lot of options are there, and that you have to find out. So that skill, it will be useful for the students in the long time, because now everybody is after all these what we say, um, social media discourse is important. What to say, how to present, so what kind of languages to be used in social media platform, and there lies the importance. Now it is 5:35. Okay, and then we come to nearly the core points I have mentioned. Then this is what exactly NSQF and NSQF levels are there. Earlier there were NSQF 10. Sorry. Any questions? Anything? Any discussions? Anybody wants to ask me anything or want to say something or contradict with me? You are all there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything like no, because last week some teacher was asking, sir, how is it possible in our institution? I say, you don't bother about it, whether we are colleagues, but it is a your colleagues also has to agree. Otherwise, no, in our institutional setup, it is not possible to bring in change. So, and also convincing the management is also important. But when teachers collectively, wisely decide and showcase it, that is possible. And in this group, I think mostly from the names I understand just from Maharashtra. There are a lot of
Right.
semi-rural, right? Okay, semi-rural area, agriculture. You have a lot of potential, and there are a lot of agriculture companies with various gadgets and all. But farmers, no, they are skeptical, because investing money and business and agriculture, the attitude is different. So once burn, no, the farm hands burn, the student, the farmers, no, they won't look in that direction. But as I said, some institution or somebody make it in a small model, tie up with these companies, so companies also know that you are serious. Recently one bank manager was telling me, we are very careful by teaching with dealing with teachers like you, because you are all well-known people, and if you will find out the mistakes easily. It's the same thing here. If you can intermediary in the agriculture area, in your rural area, and bring new technology, uh, and as a middleman between the farmer on one side, okay, and from the institution, what you can do, you can offer a course, okay, and that will catch up slowly, and that will relevant, socially relevant topic and agriculture practice. That's what. Otherwise, none of this will work. You may ask me why India, after 71 years of all these things, why still we are going like this? For that, actually, you must see what is happening with our cotton agriculture. Last week, Hindu, it was saying per hectare 400 hour production, Kindle or something like that. Brazil 2000. Then how you can match up with them? 2000 versus 400 productivity. Tomato 20 versus 600, and no pesticide also. How long we can go on like this? But farmers know, they're being farmer. They are not aware of all this thing. They do not know what to do. But institutions now, when you are courses, we design in such a way based on need. I'm not saying everybody should go farming and all, but since this is from the this belt, think something like that. Uh, Discuss in the department, and all the courses we have to somehow modify. Okay, that's what I would say, because we are all going with the same old age old practice, same practical. Some many of these practicals are irrelevant in science subjects, irrelevant, or they have been doing it in the school level or something at all. And then they will ask me who will give the instruments. Instruments are necessary. Advanced instruments. Okay. For that, industry will be able to help you. Local industry, tie up with the industry. And for that, students know management may not be anything. Teachers have to find out. Okay. Okay, that's what I feel like. And this is about the NSQ of. So what is this NSQ of level 1, level 2, level 2.5, level 8 and all? Okay, so we are all familiar with, maybe you are all familiar with our degree to PhD stands from 4.55, 5.56, 6.57. That is 4 to, up to 4 it is plus 2. So a student with plus 2 education, he is at level 4. A student with the 10th, this is 11th standard, 3.5 level. And what does level mean? And this is a national skill qualification framework. If somebody asks you, you must know that's why. That is, when you have cleared, when you have reached level 8 is PhD. So there are certain specific jobs for level 8 people. Only they are fit for that job. At the same time, level 1 is a basic level. Maybe clerical job, supporting job, gatekeeper, all those. With your education, you have reached that level. So this helps when you go when go to some other country and they say you have reached level 2 NSQ of, and they know. See, for example, many students go abroad and they find out that the degree, yeah, some jobs, no, they are that is meant for only plus 2. So that means you are reached up to level 4 level 4. And let me see. So can you see here? I'll share the same later. So level 1 entry level skill only. You can be a basic helper or operator, that's all. Level 1, 5th class. So a person with 5th class education in India, he has attained. That's what National Skill Qualification Framework says. Okay. And level 2, that means 8th standard. When you complete 8th standard, you are in level 2. With level 2, you can be assistant, housekeeping, factory work and all. Level 4 plus 2, 3.5 and 4 levels are there, 11th and 12th. So you have with 120 credits you are getting. So when you go to some other country and say Singapore and you say I have passed plus 2, who knows our plus 2 there? CBSE we say, and what is our, how do they know that? But instead we have to say I have got this much credit, and that is given in our education. This thing also they can check it up, and we are level 4 level education you are having, and you can be employed as a supervisor or data entry operator. You may be knowing that in abroad and all, for each job there should be a skill. Suppose you are a what should I say, a gardener. A gardener, unlike in India, anyone can be a gardener. Just take the spade and mash it, and you are ready. That is not possible. A gardener should be knowing the basics of plant, how to develop, how to cut. That's what I said. How many of our students, how many, my students, BS biology students, how many of them know how to plant something? Here we have a lot of coconuts are there. How many of them know how to, what kind of nutrients to be fertilizer to given? What are the pests attacking a tree? And how to culture, how to grow a tree? How many of them know? We are not providing this kind. And you may not believe, no, coconut plucking is the most lucrative task here. Nobody is ready to take up because that's a blue. It is not a blue collar job. Sorry, it's a white collar job. 68 rupees shortage is there. Some machines also there. Someone has to go up and cut it. See, and in UK, and I remember it is something like a plant doctor. That's what they call. Plant doctor means he has a skill. And that's what this is also. Government of India also level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So we'll go to 11, level 7, level 7, level 6. Level 6 is with our UG first. Yeah, anyway, level 5 is best. UG first year, you are at 4.5. Suppose somebody after first year of degree, they are leaving. First year of degree, 4.5 level. Second year of degree, they are the 5th level. Okay. Then 6.5, 5.5 and 6. And that takes you to the third year, and the honors also. Then level 7, there's a catch. Level 7 for the engineering degree, only level 7 comes. Otherwise, our PG ends with the level 6.5. So with the 6.5, an engineer, MTech or engineering order might be that you have the knowledge, critical thinking capacity to be a professional manager. So this is what this national skill qualification framework. Earlier it was 10, now it is 1 to 8 level, and intermediate levels also they brought in. That is why this 4.5 and all. See, for 4.5, 4 is plus 2, 4.5 is degree first year, 5 is degree second year, 5.5 is degree third year, 6 is honors or degree first year. Sorry, PG first year. Okay, 6.5 is our second year PG, 2-year PG second year, like that way. So this is national skill qualification framework. Okay, and then, and what is all this is about? Okay, national education policy, in between I said, vocational education, which we look down so much. That is where China scored. And internationally, there are not so many colleges and all. Students know after plus 2 they have something else, or after 10 they have something else. Here, what happened? Everyone going to college, 3 years of life enjoyment. That's what they say. That is good. We all enjoy. But after enjoyment, what happened? Job. And for that, skill is lacking. And that's what we are dealing here. So now the NEP is trying to same thing, integrate our degree plus vocational education. That's why they say internship assessment and 1 year of research outside the university. That all means same thing only. Students are given the mobility. Okay, so NSQF and then NCRF is here. NCR, that is a credit level that each course is having one credit, how many hours, 2 credit, 3 credit, 4 credits. Okay, so how to credit system for the education. So when you are saying you have cleared a 1 credit course, 2 credit course, 3 credit course, and that level is here. NEP, and then NCVT. NCVT is National Council for Vocational Education Training. Earlier it was there. Earlier it was National Council of Vocational Education, I think. Yeah. Now it has become training also. So here what happened? Your institution, suppose they are offering a course and you are saying it is a vocational course. Okay. And there are certain regulation to body. You have to see their regulatory guidelines. Then only that course will be getting the recognition. Like, yeah, it's something like the credit system. Our one semester of one particular paper, whatever might be the content. Similarly, vocational education has same issue. So when you are including vocational education, you have to follow NCVT, what they say about it. Okay, and then they will approve the training program. Okay, sorry. And this table. This table I will share with you. It has all the data regarding yeah. See, now the education system from school level onwards, it is split like, yeah, 3-year preparatory, 5-year foundational, that is preschool 3 years, and up to class 2, 5-year foundation. Then 3 years preparatory school, that is 3rd class, 4th class, 5th class. Okay. Then 6th, 7th, 8th. 6th, 7th, 8th, not 9th, 10th and all. You are in the 3-year middle school, middle class, middle academic band. And then comes the 2-year secondary school, that is 9th and 10th. Okay, so when you are, and then comes the very common 11 and 12, plus 2, plus 1 and plus 2, 2-year senior secondary school. So the terms have changed. 5-year foundational, 3-year preparatory, then 3-year middle, and then the 2-year secondary. So secondary doesn't mean 10th, 10th and 9th only, not the high school. Okay, and then senior secondary, we know that is the 11th and 12th. Okay, then after that, 4-year UG with honors, or just 3-year UG, order might be that, which we are familiar like. Then PG degree. Now 4-year honor with they can go for the 5th year, 1 year PG. Otherwise, 3-year UG complete it, and then you go for the 2-year PG. Order might be that. Then last level is doctorate level. And what are the levels, and what are the NCRT credit level also. That all. This is from the NSQ of guideline, I think. I'll give to you. Okay. So another 10 minutes to go. I'll say what is formal education. Now you know what we are doing is formal education only. Non-formal education is, yeah. See, suppose you are joining for a Coursera course, online course, or no, after your regular BSc course, one of your student is following something else. That is non-formal. Then what is informal education? That is important. Informal education is, suppose you are a farmer and your father and your family is running a apiary, honey culture. So you know it, yeah, that is a this is a practice. So the training you get from there, acquiring skills by assisting your parents in apiary, and that we can consider as informal education in addition to the generalized. I am getting such a task. Like, I'll show you a number of other examples. What you see here, if you come to this part of the country, Kerala, in Calicut, there is a arts and craft hut. Sargalaya is there. It's a website. It is from their website only. And there, no, they have given, it is a cooperative society. There you will see in each room, there are rooms. Skilled artisans are there. They may not be having higher education and all, but they are expert in this kind of fields. So this is considered as a skill, but how to give a credit or how to give him a diploma, that is the problem. Here also. This is actually Kane. And in your region also same thing. There are local experts. They don't have the basic education, but they are skilled person. Okay. So this is what we call as prior learning, recognition of prior learning and how to certify it. Your institution can do it. Suppose you are in a region where there are a lot of people, but the foundations of this still being worked out, but you can take the initiative. Like, see, a carpenter or electrician without schooling, he knows it all well. But how to provide him a certificate? Say for that, no, you have to just like our examination system. See, we study one semester, and you have some testers, some interviews, some portfolio, and all these things. Evaluation, skill assessment. So you give him mark based on that and provide him a certificate. Then they can get a certificate, and that is what we call as the certification of prior learning. Okay, so this is learned outside, and there are a number of examples are there. Rural areas, there are many like that. And when giving such a certificate, who knows when they may get the advantage later in getting a job or opportunity somewhere. But anyway, they are getting a certificate. Otherwise, how do, suppose somebody, this person what you are seeing here, he says he's an expert in see, and no education, no 10th standard, no degree certificate. Suppose he's going to agency, how can they employ him? But when you are a reputed institution, you are giving a certificate stating that this fellow is good in making mats like that. This is actually mats made of a particular plant. The plant name I forgot here. It's very common here. Yeah, it's a kind of plantain. Okay, so with the plantain fiber, they're making it. And yeah, more details now while visiting this site, you can see Sargalaya. And then here what you are saying, this lady is two of them. This is coconut fiber. With coconut fiber, they make various ornaments, and this looks and give a coloring, and here another person painting, and then another one see, each one it is all involved skills, so give them a certificate. Okay, so that's what RPL means. Then this all I don't take. Growth, maturity, development, already we have seen. Skill based education, what is that? Okay, that I'm leaving. Ability, skill, this also I'm leaving. And life skill, employability, already we have talked in indirectly in this way. What is communication, teamwork, problem solving, leadership, living. Sorry, life skill and soft skill, we are crossed. Skill gap, yeah, already in other form with other examples I have cited. What is skill gap in your region? If your experts are lacking for a specific purpose, your institution can take the lead role of a course. Okay, as I said, now all these new technologies are coming up. Okay, so there are options are there. What technology? Solar panel, if it is coming up. But if it is a non-solar panel, what's the point in offering a course? No point at all. And skill gap in India, That we can leave it. Then there are central government schemes are there. Visit the website, Skill India Mission. Then this Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. It was some 2000. I remember I was a principal that time, and this Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, 2016, 2020, we got the letter and we selected two courses. Everybody was asked to take two courses, and funds were given. Each student was getting per month around 7,000 rupees, something like that. So we provided training programs. Now it is not there. It may come up. Yeah, and then there are National Skill Development Corporation, public private partnership. Okay, that you have to visit the website and see what options possible for your college. You better take me. So websites like this that you can visit. That's all. Skill mapping that I'm leaving. Then in certain part of the country, there are certain skills are lacking. Experts are not lacking. That your region, your college can overlay. That's what I was telling repeatedly. So I'm leaving that part. Okay. Connecting skilling to economy, already talked enough about it. This is all from the theme area given by NEP, and which I have taken a different way. I'll show you the real life example. Then this one, startup incubation, but it takes involvement like that. It should be open, it should be costly, it should be expectation there, and creativity of the students, it matters a lot. Not very easy. You can just make a building and say we done that, this and all, but it was idea generation, seed stage, growth stage, acceleration stage, and the support of the right people. Yeah, and management also has to take initiative. Then many times I was telling agriculture. Why? This is a core data. What we see here, India's 50, yeah, 17% only agriculture income, 27 from industry, manufacturing, construction, electricity, mining, agreed. Okay. GDP 54% from service, trade, hotel, finance, agreed. But 55% of the country's total workforce, people are working in agriculture area. Now we got the point. 55% are there. Okay. So what we can do? Extension service, value addition. That is many processing and packaging agriculture product. You can offer a course as part of a practical part and all. Then adopting modern technology on campus farms. This I said, and it is doesn't mean it is part of a course. Your students are getting a skill. Already as stated enough. And this is what I was telling. This from the Hindu March. 450 kilogram per hectare, Brazil. Sorry, India. 2000 in Brazil. And how can you compete with them? And how they marched ahead? Regenerative grow cotton. What they did, they have sustainable agricultural practice are there, precision agriculture, modern irrigation system. And what do we do here? Anyway, now it is almost time to stop it. And yeah, if you have anything to ask me, any messages, nothing. So what?
Yes, if anyone has any question or the queries, if anyone has any question or the queries, they can directly ask to Professor Thomas sir. Either we would conclude this session. Please, anyone.
6 o'clock and all are in a mood to go home.
Yes, anyone else? Anyone has any queries?
One more, one.
Okay, sir. I think there is no.
Just see.
Yeah, there is no questions. So, if you could permit, shall we conclude,
Is now
sir?
the
One
world's
more.
second
I'll
biggest
just
Yeah.
cotton
see.
supplier after the United
This,
States, and the biggest producer
this
of
is how
sustainable
the
cotton.
Brazilian
The 84% of the cotton grown in the
Brazil. How do they do the agriculture? Cotton farming. And how do we do here? Mechanized one, GMO, and that's how they are marching ahead. So
South American agricultural giant is certified by the Better I and INF5, the Brazilian cotton training program for farmers, and introduced protocols on efficiently using water and pesticides and phasing out toxic products in favor of biological fertilizers. Farmers logical ones, Abrapa says. Abrapa has set itself the ambitious goal of surpassing the U.S. to become the world's biggest cotton supplier in 2030. Have to know.
So this you watch later. I will share with you later. So thank you. Any questions now? Please ask me. Uh, yeah. Otherwise, we will wind up. And this my presentation files with links and all I'll share with you. That will be beneficial. So just think about what I said here. Okay. So, sir, anyone, any questions? Anything? Okay.
Sir, I think there is no question. So, if you could permit, shall we conclude, sir?
Yeah. Please do.
On behalf of organizers, Sant Gargi Bappa Amravati University, Malvi Mission Teacher Training Center, and Vishwakarma Institute of Technology, Pune, I extend my sincere thanks to Professor Thomas, sir, in spite of his busy schedule, has provided a thought-provoking session here on the various aspects of this skill development with the different examples that has been taken places, and sir has also elaborated this concept of this skill development, whatever the research that has been carried out by the sir and that has been carried out by the entire nation. So we are really thankful to you, sir, for such a wonderful session and insightful session towards this skill development. And with the kind consent of Professor Thomas, sir, I would like to declare that this session will be over. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Participants,
Wonderful session.
questions
Very
are there.
informative session. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you. Very happy to hear. Okay. So it's
Participants, little bit instructions are there. You are requested to remain stay back for only 2 minutes. Okay, so participants, what happened? We have already completed the first week of this training program, and as per mandate, there shall be MCQ assessment as we have already told you. So I have put the link for that assessment quiz in our WhatsApp group as well as through mail. You have to appear for that test by tomorrow. Okay, there will be a time to appear for that test. The test will be remain open by the 11